Good morning, colleagues. Let's now solve exercise 3 points from the book Fundamentals of Electrical Circuits by Sadiku. Good, huh? We know that in the exercise it asks us to end V sub 0 and puts a source of tension at this point again. As I had previously told you, sometimes he recommends it. What I recommend is to redraw the circuit in such a way that it can be better understood. If I draw it, I will obtain that. Here I have the 12-volt voltage source. Then comes a resistance of 4 ohms. And here a resistance of 6 ohms is released. And here, well, the ground here. Instead of putting that 10-volt source, I'm going to first place the 2 ohm resistor and then the voltage source. (10 volts). Notice that what I did was change the position of the ohm resistor with the voltage source of 10, because since they are in series, the current flowing through them is the same. Then nothing happens. What they allow me to determine is the sub-zero voltage that is here. Now the book gives me the direction of the currents. We go to the address that the book gives us. He tells me that the current comes this way and a current comes here. And 2, and this is where the current comes, and 3. Normally when I do this type of exercises I do a visual analysis and I myself give the direction to the currents, but in this case they are giving it to me and telling me to determine the voltage here. Now, how do I notice that all the currents come from the same node? The current law tells me that the currents entering a node are equal to those leaving. In this case the sum of currents in one will be equal to 0, because I don't see that nothing goes in, everything goes out. So I'm going to analyze it first. EHH the current flow I2 if the I2 is going to be equal to 0. About 6. More this comes being the N2 plus the N1, and the N1 is with the current. In this flow, if the current is in this direction, sub-zero is assumed to be greater than V2 than 12 volts from this voltage source. So it would be V sub 0 minus the 12 volts over the 4 ohms. This is the current and 1 plus the current and 3, and I already drew it here, which would be the voltage V sub 0 minus the 10. About the 2 men. All this equal to 0 is a current in a node equal to 0. That is, with the current now the only thing I have left is to apply algebra. I have here that 0 over 6 plus is 0 over 4 minus 12 over 4 would be 12 over 4 would be 3 times 0 over 2 minus 10 over 5 would be 5. Equal to 0. Now, if I add 1/6 more, 1/4 plus 1/2, it will give me 11 over 12. Is 0 equal to minus 3? Minus 5 is minus 8, and the other side of the equal equals 8. Now I clear the sub-zero. Get that is going to give me 8.72 volts 12 times 8 11. So this is the solution of exercise 3.6, where they ask me for the tension